I just want you to know that you're not alone. When you go no contact, a lot of people know the basics of no contact. They think it's just they call you, you just don't answer the phone, or you just block their number. I left a toxic relationship that nearly destroyed me, started picking up the pieces, reconnected with family and friends, and just when life felt like it was coming back together, I lost everything in a fire. My mental health hit a wall, so I packed what was left of my life and moved to Thailand. Now, I help others rebuild too, because healing is possible and peace is real. Hey guys, first I want to say thank you guys for showing love to my page. When I started this page, I really just wanted to tell my story with hopes that whoever's listening would help them, and not only that they would take heed to some of the things I went through so you can avoid that situation, or if you know someone that's dealing with it, you can help them. It took a little bit longer for me to do this video because, of course, in doing these series, I have to get this off my chest. I feel like the way I can completely 100% move on, I have to get this off my chest. No more protecting anybody. But of course, in doing so, there are some triggers, and you have to kind of revisit that, and some things, it was a little hard. So it took a couple of days for me to get myself together to talk about this. I just want you to know that you're not alone. When you go no contact, a lot of people know the basics of no contact. They think it's just they call you, you just don't answer the phone, or you just block their number. But when it comes to dealing with a narcissist, you have to do a lot of self-preservation. You have to protect yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be sucked back in to yet another cycle. I'm not proud. Had I knew what I was dealing with, I didn't even know what I was dealing with until 4 years in. If I knew what I was dealing with way before, I would have cut him off a long time ago. Yeah. No contact is not like a gotcha moment or a lick back towards your ex or your students. It's nothing like that. It's really, you're protecting yourself and you're healing. It's your own closure. It's self-closure. Because when you leave one of these relationships, not only are you mentally fucked up, your emotions are messed up, you're physically messed up, your nervous system is messed up, so you have a journey ahead. No contact is just the beginning of your journey, because nobody talks about what happens after you leave, and I will talk about that in another video. But right now, I want you guys to understand how important it is to go no contact and what it entails. So one of the first things I did when I went no contact was I blocked and got a new phone number. I said that in that prior video. I did change my number. Did not give that number out for a long time. Only to my closest people, my family, my kids, my closest friends. When I moved, I did actually a change of address a couple of weeks before I left, and I was going to a friend's house, but I did not let this person know where I was moving to, because in the past, when they hoovered back and reeled me back in, he would often pop up at my house unannounced. So I didn't want that, and I want to be done for good, so I did not disclose my address. We also had a couple of games that we played on apps together, like bingo and things like that, so I had to block him on that. I also had to go to different communication apps like WhatsApp, what else is there, Telegram, Signal, those, and find his name, because if some of your contacts are on your phone, it can be found on other apps. So blocked him on those as well. He didn't have much of social media. Facebook was all I knew that he had, so I made sure he was blocked there as well. Another thing I had to do was I had to change my route. I had to change where I frequented for a good year or so. So bars that I usually attended and things like that where I knew I could run into him, I stopped dead cold turkey, stopped going there too. I remember going grocery shopping in our local area, and I swore I saw his car in the parking lot, and I hyperventilated. I had a strong trigger, and I just broke down, and I had to call somebody to pray over me and calm me down. So after that incident, I started going grocery shopping outside of my city. Because my city is a nice sized city, but it's not huge. If one was really crazy, just wanted to just drive around everywhere, I was a little paranoid, so I make sure my car was in the garage where it could not be found. This was hard to do. There were a few mutuals that I had to stop associating with. People that I became really good friends with that were part of his circle, but I had to cut them off. Not because I wanted to, it's because I didn't want to risk any messages getting back and forth. I didn't want him knowing where I was, who I was with, what I was doing, nothing. Going no contact is going to be also one of the most difficult things you do because you think you're strong. Because what they'll do too, another reason why you change your number, let me explain. It's not just blocking them and moving on, because they will call you from other numbers. They will call you, they'll get Google numbers, they'll get other hidden numbers, and they'll call you incessantly from different numbers over and over and over again. So you have to change your number. Going no contact is a clear understanding that when you do move on, is you're never going back ever again. That part freaks people out. The reason why it freaks people out is because they're familiar. The love is still there. You're still trauma bonded to these people. You still want things to work deep down, that even though you have to move on. So it's really hard because they are so masterful with the I'm sorry's and I miss yous and I'll change and you're the love of my life. I can't live without you. They're very good with that. They're very good. Or my health is suffering. Someone in my family is dying. They will do anything. There's no boundaries with them, what they will do to reel you back in. So you have to protect yourself and not fall for it, because it is so easy to fall for it. And I'm not proud of it, but I fell for the okey doke probably more than a dozen times before I figured it out 4.5, 5 years, 6 years later. When I first found out what I was dealing with in my 4th year, like I said, I was already so deep into it, but I felt like I have a handle on it. He's a narcissist. I can handle it. I know exactly what to do. No, don't try it. Don't do it. It's really hard when you're already in this situation. You're not on the outside looking in. It's hard to see clearly. It is hard to make that decision to leave, because they do that. Hot and cold, hot and cold. They're nice one day, mean the other day, nice one day, maybe for 3 days. And then as soon as you start getting comfortable again, they switch and they cold again. So that's what creates a trauma bond, and it makes it really, really difficult to leave. But I promise you, even though it is one of the hardest things, it'll be your self-closure. It's not going to be any discussions. It's not going to be any, this is why I'm leaving you. This is why we can't get back together. None of that works. The only thing that works, has to be initiated by you, is no contact. And that means you have to put yourself in a space to understand that you can never contact them ever again. Ever. Because these people, they're insidious. They're not like you and me. They're not like you and me. So come to my next video. I'm going to talk to y'all about some of the things that they do when you do go no contact. Thanks for listening.